You open your mailbox and see that shiny new credit card. The letter says no annual fee for the first year. It feels like free money. But here is the hard truth. In the credit card industry, if you are not paying the fee, you might be the product. According to industry data, while fewer than one-third of cardholders currently pay an annual fee, those who do often end up spending significantly more than they realize. That free card in your wallet might actually be the most expensive piece of plastic you own. Today, we are looking at the hidden traps of annual fees, how premium cards are hiking prices by up to 45%, and how to calculate if your card is really worth it. Let's start with the first trap. It is called fee creep. A bank offers you a premium card with a $95 fee. You get lounge access and travel credits. You think it is a great deal. But then the next year you get a letter. The fee is now $550. Then a few years later, it jumps to $795. We saw this recently in the US market. Major issuers like JP Morgan Chase and American Express raised their premium card fees by as much as 45% in a single year. One popular travel card now charges $895 per year. Why do they do this? Credit card companies are now targeting high net worth individuals. They know that if you have their premium card, you are likely to make it your primary payment method. You swipe more, and they collect more swipe fees from merchants. But here is the catch. The banks add new benefits to justify the higher fee. They give you a $300 dining credit or a $500 hotel credit. It sounds great. But usually you have to use those credits at specific, expensive hotels or restaurants they choose. You end up spending more money just to save money. Now let us do the math. How do you know if your card is actually a trap? First, look at the foreign transaction fee. Even if your card has no annual fee, it might charge you up to 3% every time you buy something online from another country or travel abroad. Over a year of traveling or shopping globally, that 3% can add up to hundreds of dollars. Second, look at the use it or lose it trap. Many premium cards offer monthly credits, like $15 for Uber or a streaming service. But if you forget to use it in a specific month, it disappears. You are paying an $800 fee for benefits you physically cannot use. Here is the golden rule. Calculate your effective annual fee. Take the total annual fee. Subtract the cash value of the benefits you actually use naturally. Do not count the gym membership you never go to. Do not count the $20 airline credit if you hate flying. If you are left with a positive number, you are losing money. If it is negative, you are beating the bank. In the UK and Europe, interchange fees are capped by law. This means card issuers make less money from merchants, so rewards are generally lower. You need to be extra careful that your high-fee card is actually paying you back. So what do you do if you realize your card is a trap? Do not just cut it up. Canceling a card can hurt your credit score because it shortens your credit history. Instead, try a product change. Call your bank and ask them to downgrade your account to a no annual fee version of the same card. You keep the same credit limit and history, but you stop paying the fee. If you want to keep the card, negotiate. 4 out of 5 people who ask for a lower fee or a retention bonus actually get one. Call them, say you are thinking of leaving, and ask what they can offer. Ultimately, a credit card is a tool, not a status symbol. The best card is the one that fits your actual spending habits. Review your statements. Look for the annual fee line. If you are paying $500 a year for a lounge you visited once, downgrade the card and invest that money instead. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more insights on keeping your wealth.